guys, welcome back to Season 3, Episode 13 of the Browns Place Podcast, and I'm Jeremy.
I'm Ryan.
All right, let's get into it because we got a shit ton of sports to talk about in a Shohei Ohtani home run. Okay, great. What do we get? What do you want to start? Oh, I guess NFL draft.
NFL draft, man. Mendoza, number 1, to no one's surprise, probably.
Not a surprise, even that we talked about this last time about them taking Kirk Cousins. You know, I think Mendoza is going to be a, Tom Brady, kind of project. Put him under his wing for a year or whatever.
Yeah, like a little Patrick Mahomes situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think they got to do something different than just drafting a quarterback and then throwing him into the fire anyway. I mean, they've done that show how many years? So it just hasn't worked out. So, yeah. I mean, he was the best out there, right, for QB1. So
he was the best out there. So he goes first overall. We saw Jeremiah Love, running back, go third. So another top 10 draft pick for running back.
Surprise, just because running backs. I mean, it's a short year or short career, right? Usually, but
yeah, short span.
Third pick for that.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I was kind of shocked about running back going that quick, but
the last few have been pretty damn good. I mean, last year it was Ashton Jonty, who went top 10.
Yeah,
and he had a decent rookie year before that. I think the most recent one was Bijan Robinson, I think. Obviously, he's pretty damn good.
Yeah, but I mean, going back to Love, though, you're sending him third pick overall, and then you're just going to waste him for how many years because he's going to Arizona?
Well, I mean,
Kobe Brissett is your quarterback.
Well, actually, right? Maybe not, right? Because they because who did they draft? They drafted Carson Beck, didn't they?
Oh, I think they did, huh?
I'm pretty sure they drafted Carson Beck. So it might not be Jacoby Brissett. Who knows? Maybe the Miami boy brings some love to Scottsdale. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But and then there are various trades made throughout draft night, mostly for draft picks. I didn't see anything crazy in terms of players. There was one, Sexy Dexy, gets traded before draft night to the Bengals. About that.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's good for the Bengals, probably good for both teams. I mean, Bengals defense has always been spotty. Still can't protect their quarterback, so see how that goes. But they also couldn't stop a nosebleed either, so maybe this will be good for them. And yeah, I mean, I think Dexter Lawrence is obviously a pretty loved guy throughout the league, so I don't think it's too bad. But yeah, I mean, Cowboys trading up in the draft. I think they got what's that kid's name? The safety, Caleb Downs. Is it Caleb Downs? I think it's Caleb Downs. I don't know, something like that.
Caleb Downs out of Ohio State.
Yeah, out of Ohio State. So traded up for him, which was kind of weird because I don't know why you trade up. I don't know why. I don't understand both. I don't really know why the Cowboys traded up to get Caleb Downs. I don't know why. I think it was, who was it that traded down? Was it Miami or was it the Giants? I think it was the Giants.
He was the first safety to go. So
yeah, I think it was the Giants who needed a safety and they chose not to get him. So whatever. Anyways, but yeah, eventful draft night.
No, Giants went number 10 right before Cowboys and got an offensive tackle. And then they had the 5th pick, Ohio State, with linebacker.
Oh, I
mean, they had 2 picks in the top 10.
Yeah. Who traded? So who traded to not take Caleb Downs? Who was that? Was that Miami?
That I don't know.
I don't think it was Miami. Anyways, Cowboys traded up to get Caleb Downs. They ended up getting Caleb Downs. So we'll see. See how these things go.
We needed a safety, and we got a safety. I wanted an edge, but I guess I don't know. So we'll see. So
I mean, there's still guys out there to trade. There's guys out there to sign. So who knows?
So is the NFL draft too long?
What do you mean, the televised portion?
No, rounds wise. I mean, because this goes on for days. I mean, it's
it goes on for days, but the rosters are the biggest, right?
Yeah.
You got 54 guys or 53? Yeah.
53, I think it is. Yeah.
So you got to have these long ass drafts, but they
Does
only
anyone pay
televise
attention?
what the first day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does anyone pay attention after maybe the second or third, maybe?
I don't know if anybody pays attention till after the
Uh,
10th pick. I
yeah.
don't know that many people that pay attention that much to the draft after the first round. But
So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, well, how many people paid attention when Brock Purdy got drafted, right?
nobody, nobody at all.
So
Nobody knew who that was. So
yeah, and now he's making a shit ton of money. So
he is making $50 million a year. Yeah.
so all right. Anything else NFL draft?
Well,
I mean,
what do you think
that
of
was a big thing,
what do you think
big
about
spring thing.
Rams drafting Ty Simpson?
Man, just a whole. Well, I mean, Stafford's not going to be there forever, right? I mean, you gotta.
No.
I don't see a problem with it. I don't know. Was he the best quarterback? I guess for that.
Well, here's the thing. So like, I mean, we could look back on this 3 years from now. Stafford's retired. Could look back on this. Ty Simpson, maybe if he ends up working out, he's a star. We could say, wow, what a decision by the Rams, right? Or we could look ahead. Ty Simpson could be terrible. We could look ahead till next year. Matthew Stafford's pissed off that you drafted a quarterback, and we have a whole issue. So I don't know. It's one of those like make or break kind of decisions.
They had him position rank of number 2, 37 overall rank, grade of an 85. So I mean, position number 2 rank. So I guess he was the second best quarterback. I don't see an issue with it. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a quarterback controversy. I mean, it's Stafford's until he leaves, right?
Well, that's what everyone's saying, but I think the issue so far is that there were other spots that they wanted to fill that could have been used towards that were problems last year. Like maybe getting like they have 2 great receivers, right? They probably needed a third option though. Devontae Adams is kind of on his way out. Puka Nacua gets hurt a lot. So they were looking for another option at receiver. There are some defensive things that they could have filled out too. And then you go and choose a quarterback after your quarterback just won MVP. Now we know Stafford's obviously older, but he just won MVP. So the optics of it doesn't look great. I think that's the issue.
I see them thinking just future wise, like what if Stafford gets hurt? What if what if this is this could be his last year or whatever it is, so I could see that. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, can you draft other people to get those needs instead of, or not draft, but trade or sign, people to fill those needs than the draft, I guess.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's where I'm kind of tossed in it. It's like, I don't think it was horrible. I mean, there's been a ton of shit talked about it, like McVay and the whole organization and McVay not being happy about it or whatever.
McVay was not happy about it.
Yeah.
Clearly.
But I mean, that's the organization. I mean, you have these meetings and you're in this boardroom. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise. I mean,
well, that's the other thing too, is like, why is your head coach not happy about a draft decision? Your first round draft decision. Isn't that probably an issue too? Yeah. Aren't you guys supposed to kind of be aligned in some sort of way?
I mean, I think most teams probably have like a draft board and like
generally have a plan. Yeah.
Plan A, B, C, and D. If this player's still out there, you grab him, or if this player's available, you grab him. And it's all on a board and everyone can see it. So it's not like you're like totally off the board and said, "Oh, we'll just take this guy." And
exactly. So why is your top coach pissed off about that? Yeah, that's probably an issue. So I don't know. But anyways.
So, all right. Is there a QB controversy in Cleveland? And I'm sure we'll talk about this as we go. But OTAs are going on right now too, right?
Are they going now or are they about to start? I thought they start in the summer.
Now. I think I think they're going now because they were showing like Deshaun Watson taking snaps. So I mean, where do you put him? Where do you put Shedeur? Where do you put what's his name? Dylan?
The
kid from Oregon.
Well, I'll tell you, it should be Shador's until greatly proven otherwise.
So
The kid that you drafted last year ahead of Shador sucks. No offense. He sucked last year. He sucked in college, really. And then don't even get me started on Deshaun Watson. He shouldn't even be in the league. So
yeah,
give
okay.
me give me over that.
I'm sure we'll talk about this as the season starts, but yeah, no, I just
I
wanted to
hope
bring
not.
that
I
to.
hope we don't have to.
So, well, I'm
Jesus.
sure. What else Cleveland was. All
Yeah.
right. Anything else NFL?
No, I think that covers it.
No. Okay. What else do we want to talk about? Let's talk about NBA since we got playoffs ripping and roaring. And I know you want to talk about NBA. And
I
I
sure
will
do.
say, let me get this off my chest. I said this a month ago. I said this 2 weeks ago. And I'll put myself on the list later. I did not think the Lakers had a chance.
Listen,
Not one chance. Not even a 99.91%. I thought they were done. I just didn't think with Houston Rockets that they could, LeBron could carry that team to a victory in that series.
you are not alone. Because I had said in our last
So,
episode when I found out when Luca and Austin went down, I was saying we're going to get stomped without them because I didn't think we had the firepower whatsoever to deal with it. However, now I will save part of this for the end because there will be some conversation held. But talking about the Lakers Rocket series, Lakers, man, all praise everywhere. I don't know if I've seen us play as a team like that in years. It took an all around team effort, and there are guys stepping up left and right who have been incredible. Luke
it had
Kennard,
to be, right? I mean, it
it
had to
had
be
to
an
be.
all team effort, right?
It had to be. I mean, LeBron.
Yeah.
We knew LeBron was always going to be LeBron, but he's 40 years old.
Yeah.
He can't drop 50 points. I mean, he probably could, but he can't drop 50 points every game and drag them to the finish line like he used to in Cleveland, right? So it had to take the whole team, and kudos to LeBron because he's been exceptional at making sure the whole team is involved, getting guys going early. Because LeBron could score 40 if he wanted to, I'm sure, but him making sure the guys are going early and everyone's feeling good and getting shots up has been crucial. So kudos to LeBron. Shout out to guys like Luke Kennard, who's
Yeah.
he didn't have a very good third game, but those first two games dropped 50 points combined in those first two games. He was
Marcus
incredible.
Smart.
Marcus Smart has been the best player in the entire series, in
Yeah.
my opinion. He has been absolutely ridiculous. I said before when we signed
That's
him
what
that I loved
that's what
him.
Marcus Smart does, though, right? It's
I love
playoff
him.
time.
I've
It's
loved him.
playoff Marcus.
I've loved him all year. He's the only guy who can guard on the perimeter, and he's been incredible. Rui has been great all season, really, and he's shooting ball crazy. His defense leaves something to be desired, but whatever. He's playing great. And then our two bigs, Jackson Hayes, DeAndre Ayton. Shout out to DeAndre Hayton. Gets a lot of criticism, deservedly so, but he's
I
been
give
great
him a
this
lot of
series.
criticism too, but
Yeah, he's been
I got to
great
give
this
him his
series.
flowers too. So
Yeah, he's been great this year. He's bullied Sangoon, who's supposed to be a top center, but we'll talk about that later. And Jackson Hayes is just bringing great energy, doing everything. So
I mean, they're going to close out that series tonight, right? I mean, do you see that? I mean, I don't see that thing going.
I hope it closes. I mean, Kevin Durant's not playing
Yeah, that's what I'm
in Game 4
saying.
again.
There's no Durant. I mean,
And after
if I'm the Lakers, I'm attacking. You do
yeah,
not want this series to keep going on. If you can get this thing done in 4 and let
yeah.
LeBron rest while all the other series are going, you attack. And JJ, I mean, this is like Game 7. You go balls to the wall, finish the series, be done with it.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say it's like a Game 7. I'd say like a Game 6. I do think it's crucial we put it down, put them away. But we don't lose. We'll go back home. Or actually no, we don't go back home. But if we don't, we finish them in 5, then fine, whatever. But I agree.
The only reason I say it is just
sooner the
because
better.
it's more minutes on LeBron. It's more taxing on him. get him, a week's rest or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Let him just, chill. And then plus that, gives you guys more time. What if, Luca, I mean, what
Yeah.
about Reeves, it gives
Yeah.
them more time, right?
No, I
So,
agree. I agree. I think
uh,
the sooner we can finish it, the better.
yeah.
Especially after game 3, because game 3, I I thought that was over, and LeBron was incredible, and so was Marcus Smart. But that game 3 was just a complete disaster for Houston. So now they're down in the dirt. You got to bury them.
Well, so does that say more about the Lakers in game 3? Or does that say more about the Rockets in game 3?
Listen, again, I'm going to talk about it later.
Because, I
But
mean, Rockets win probability leading by 6 um, with what, 34 seconds left was 97%.
yeah, dude, I thought we were dead. I thought when LeBron had that turnover,
97%.
when LeBron turned the ball over to Şengün and he drove down with like 45 seconds left, I thought that was game over, wraps. I thought we were done. And then Jabari Smith, again, I will talk about the Rockets later, but Jabari Smith throwing some floater over to Marcus Smart to steal, then fouling Marcus Smart on a 3-point jump shot. I'll never understand that. And then
Yeah, I
Reed
mean,
Shepard, I will talk about this. I
I
don't
mean,
know what in
I
God's
get,
name Reed Shepard is doing.
I get Duke, because all Duke had to do was hold the ball, right? So, I mean, you're talking college kids, just got out of high school, they're in college, it's a big, stage, but you're talking NBA professional basketball players.
Dude.
You're talking NBA professional basketball players.
Yeah.
Those things should never happen. All you got to do is get the ball inbound, hold it, dribble it out, let them foul you or whatever.
That's
There's no need to
it.
be passing around, none of this other shit. Again, if I'm on this coach's side, it's like, hey, that's that's on us.
Well, we're gonna
Good,
talk about
and I'm glad he
coaching
called him
too.
out. You know,
Uh, well, yeah. I mean, I would have called them out too. I think it was deserved. But if somebody needs to call him out too, which we will do. And then last thing I'll say about the series, JJ Redick, man, gets a lot of criticism. Has the hardest job in the NBA of being the head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers when you have superstars on your team. But he has been exceptional the last 2 years. The adjustments he's made from last year's playoffs to this year's playoffs have been huge. And I firmly believe he's the best head coach we've had in years. I mean, you could maybe say Frank Vogel was a great head coach for us. Obviously, won an NBA championship. But I don't know. I would argue maybe JJ's the best head coach we've had since Phil, because I don't know who else has been
ooh,
a good head coach for us outside of those two. Mike D'Antoni wasn't good.
no,
Byron
that
Scott
one was a
wasn't good.
flop.
Luke Walton wasn't good. So I don't know what other head coach we've had that would. What's the ball head guy? He certainly wasn't very good.
Mike
So
Brown.
no, not Mike Brown. We never had the other one. What's his name? That
Didn't you have
plays.
Mike Brown? I thought you had Mike Brown.
No, we didn't. Not as a head coach. We might have had him as
Hmm.
assistant, but no. What's the guy on the Bucks organization, the ball headed guy, right before JJ? What's his name?
Doc? It wasn't Doc.
No, not Doc. The assistant to Doc. I can't remember his name. He was like a joke. He sucked. But anyways, yeah, JJ has been exceptional, and JJ deserves all the credit for the way he has coached this team with that roster to now be in position to sweep a Houston Rockets team. This Houston Rockets team. So
No, I mean he gets a lot of heat, but I mean,
he does.
But I mean it's not an easy. I mean, you got LeBron, and you're trying to coach LeBron, and you think he's really going to listen to a coach right now? I don't
I
know.
don't think it's even just that. It's like you have 3 All-Stars on your team. How do you manage 3 All-Stars?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Luca, I mean, he's gonna do his thing. Do you think he really wants to hear, chirping from,
Yeah.
JJ or any coach, in the matter? It's just you got some big personalities.
You
It'd
have
be like, Aaron Judge or Aaron Boone telling Aaron Judge to, take more pitches or, swing the bat more or something. You think Aaron Judge is gonna be up for that? Like, No, you know what? I'm gonna do what I
Yeah,
do.
I don't think
You know?
Dusty Baker was yelling at Barry Bonds a whole lot.
No.
You
Yeah.
know, so
So
it's a tough job, and plus, just being a Los Angeles LA
oh
Laker head coach, anyways, is the tough
yeah.
job. So kudos to JJ. He is
Yeah,
exceptional. I love
absolutely.
JJ.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That's been that series. I'll talk about it more later, but it's been a crazy series. I've been shocked too. I really didn't. I didn't think we'd win. I
I
especially didn't think we would.
seriously did not. If anything, I thought it was going to be 4-0 Houston.
Yeah,
I
everybody
never
else
thought.
too.
I never thought you guys would be competitive.
No, not with this
So I
roster.
mean,
And now we're in position to bury them. So shout out to the boys for that one. Uh oh, question for you: is this the greatest carry job LeBron has done in his career, in your opinion?
the Cavs team was pretty bad when he had like
Like,
JR and those guys.
not even that team, but what about like the Verjao, that Cavs team when he was young? He dragged them to the
Yeah.
finals against the Spurs.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, everyone gives LeBron shit for not winning, but you drag teams 10 times to the NBA finals. I mean, that says something. You can't just discard that, you
Yeah,
know.
no kidding.
Just because you don't win 10 out of 10, okay, but I mean, how many people get a chance to go to, one or, at least 10? So, is it the best? I don't know if it's the best. I mean, you got some good player, but I don't know. It's probably up there, you know.
I think it's up there, but
Yeah.
that first finals appearance he had with that Cavs when he was like 23 or something like that, and they just had janitors on that roster, and they went and got blown out by the Spurs in the finals, obviously, but they were going up against the Spurs. But that was a ridiculous carry job. But this one being 41 years old,
That's the thing. I mean, you're 41 years old. I mean, and you're playing tough minutes. You're getting banged around. You're playing both sides of the ball. I mean, you're playing. How many minutes is he averaging right now? He's probably
40
you know,
at
you
least.
know, yeah. So I mean, well, this is why you kind of take care of him during the season, right? You kind of try to limit his minutes so you can kind of, carry him through to to the playoffs and then kind of ramp him up. But I mean, yeah, I mean, you're 41 years old. I mean, father time is not on your side. So there's not too many
No,
41-year-olds that are performing at a high, you just capability. I mean, in any sport,
but it's not even just
just
41 as the number one option,
yeah,
you know?
you know.
So I don't know, dude. It's been impressive. So kudos to them. Kudos to the boys.
Problem is, like LeBron's not going to get his flowers for it.
No, which isn't
So
which is not fair.
yeah.
But anyways,
So let's look at a couple of the other series. You got Thunder and Suns. You kind of knew what that series was going to be.
yeah,
Even if a Golden State, beat the Suns, all right, congratulations. Now you get to play the Thunder for 4 games. So it
yeah,
was just, it just wasn't going to be pretty. So I
no,
think that one everyone thought. So I mean, that's a 3-0 lead right there. That can close out tomorrow. You got Lakers 3-0 on Houston. Should close that out tonight with no KD. What about this one? Nuggets and Timberwolves. Minnesota up 3-1, but you are out 2 big players now. But
yeah.
you just
Poor
won.
Minnesota.
You just won with being out 2 big players too, though. Can you do it for one more game? And then what's that say for the rest of the or rest of the playoffs after that, though?
Yeah.
You lose Ant, and then you lose Dante. I mean, that's big. I don't know how
Yeah.
they won yesterday.
Huge.
How do you beat the
Oh, I'll tell you
Nuggets?
how. Io Dosumu
Oh
dropping a 40 piece, a light 40 piece
yeah.
on them, and then
Where does that come from?
dude, it's because listen to what Jaden McDaniel said earlier in the season. He said their defense is ass. He said they're all terrible defenders, and we are seeing firsthand, which I've said for the last 2 years, Denver cannot stop a nosebleed. But because of Jokic, they could do whatever they wanted, right? Well, now Jokic isn't playing well. Rudy Gobert apparently is finally showing off to the world. He is every bit that 4-time defensive player of the year, and I'm a Rudy hater, but Jesus, he is
so much.
he is absolutely bottling Jokic right now, and we're going to talk about him later too.
So,
but
do you see Nuggets coming back from a 3-1 lead with the 2 stars out?
No, but I'm going to give myself an out because if anybody could, it is Jokic. It's if anybody could, it is him. But I don't think they will, because I think the rest of Minnesota is just kind of clicking right now. Jay McDaniels is playing out of his mind on both ends. He's busting their ass on both ends of the floor right now. And Denver still, at the end of the day, to win, you got to stop people. And Denver can't stop anyone. Yeah. And they don't have Aaron Gordon, and it's a big loss. And we're seeing
this one I was surprised on. But I always knew this series was going to be tough. When you look at it, you're like, you always see that series and like, man, that thing's probably going to go 7, and it's going to be a tough 7. There's going to probably be a couple buzzer beaters. There's going to, it's going to be physical. It's just going to be, that is like the preliminary to like a finals, because that's, if they could. But that's a tough series out of the gate for your first series. Those 2 teams. So. No one wants to play either one of those 2 teams, right? So I mean, that's why you got to get out of that seeding, right? So
that's why I wasn't mad that we got paired with Houston, because I was scared to go against Minnesota. Yeah. Because how the hell were we going to stop Ant? I didn't know how we were going to stop Ant, even though we beat them during the regular season. But I didn't know how we were going to do it, even though he's hurt now. But hopefully he gets better. But
so we'll see. I mean, we'll see if Timberwolves can close it out. But I mean, if they do close it out, I don't see a Ant and a Dante Timberwolves-less team.
Well, you're going to go and face the Spurs without those 2? Good luck. Because Rudy's doing a hell of a job against Jokic, but what the hell are you going to do against Wemby?
Well, speaking of Spurs are up 3-1 against the Trailblazers. So they play on the 28th, and then because they won today, right?
Yeah, they just
finished it out. So, and then what about the East? Here's a couple surprising ones.
Yeah,
Pistons and Magic. Magic leading 2-1.
Yeah, that's a surprise to me.
That's a 1 versus an 8.
Yeah, it is a surprise to me. But dude, like Magic, they're a tough team too. They've got some tough players though. They got really good players. Yeah. They got really good players. Paolo's playing damn good, like we kind of expect him to play throughout the season. And then they have like Franz Wagner, who's a hell of a player. I don't like him, but Desmond Bane can play basketball. Yeah. So
but that's what he does in the playoffs. So I mean,
tough teams, man.
You hate the guy, but you want that guy on your team.
Exactly. Yeah. So tough team, tough series.
And then this next series, I didn't think it was going to be close, but I mean, obviously it's 2-2. Cavaliers and Raptors, the 4 versus 5.
Yeah, dude.
Did you have this at a 2-2?
No, I thought after the first 2 games, the Cavs were going to blow them under like the water. I can't even comprehend what the Cavs have done these last 2 games. Shout out to the Raptors, and I can never pronounce their head coach or remember a head coach's, but they're playing damn good basketball back in Toronto. Brandon Ingram's playing like a guy we probably should have traded away. So like they're playing out of their mind. But
use that guy.
Yeah, but I mean, I still see Cavs taking this away, but I don't know what they're doing these last 2 games.
Yeah, I don't know. I did not see that this thing was going to be close. That's for sure.
No.
So, all right. What else? You got Knicks and Hawks. Another one I'm surprised of, but series is 2-2.
Yeah, and that shouldn't be 2-2, dude.
I guess, and I'm not a Knicks fan, but I mean, I guess if you are a Knicks fan, you're just assuming that every series is going to go 7.
I guess that's what you have to do.
There's no easy series for you.
Yeah, apparently not, because CJ McCollum, who is 35 years old, always been a very underappreciated player, underrated player, but he is busting Jalen Brunson's ass
Yeah.
this whole series. And I don't even understand how that's happening. I can't believe like Atlanta has good players. How about this though? What about Jonathan Kuminga? Think about how happy that guy probably is not being
Well,
in that
he
terrible
he's
Golden State situation anymore.
he's playing at the end of April, and the other team isn't. So I
Playing at
mean,
the end
what
of
do you?
April, playing valuable minutes and playing pretty damn good minutes in at this series as well on both ends. So
And you got a chance to knock off a number 3. So I mean,
yeah, to pull off an all
yeah.
time. And listen, I think we knew the series was doomed when New York Knicks were still talking about Trey Young. Trey Young's not even on that team anymore. They're still talking about that trauma, and Trey Young's still in their head. So
I don't know. As a Knicks
man,
fan, just watching Knicks basketball, I know every series is going to go 7.
yeah,
Just
it's gonna be a sweaty 7.
even if
Yeah,
you're a 2-0 lead, I know it's going to go 7. Even if you have a 3-0 lead, it's going to get someone's going to get hurt, and then it's just going to go 7. I just
yeah.
know it. So,
It's all
uh,
stressful too. No
yeah.
easy wins.
And then the last series, Boston and 76ers, which later today.
It's
So,
been a
are you
good
surprised
series
at
too.
this? 2-1
Yeah,
Boston?
yeah. Been a damn good series. It's not been like an easy 2-1 for Boston either. Those two guards, dude. This is without Joel, obviously, but those two guards in Maxey and VJ, who's a rookie, are playing incredible. And then
Maxi,
Paul
man.
George,
There's nothing wrong with Maxi. I mean, right?
no, and Paul
Yeah.
George learning to play basketball again. Um,
There's a Paul George sighting?
There's a Paul George sighting, and he's playing basketball. No more podcasts. He's playing basketball right now. So yeah, I mean, Sixers aren't making it easy, but I still see Boston finishing the job.
I do, but I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think it should be as close as it probably is.
probably not.
You know, so. All right, anything else playoffs? I mean, it's ripping and roaring. So, I mean, you know,
Yeah, they've been good series. I don't got anything
yeah.
else. It's been all fun for the most part.
And there's some basketball we still want to talk about, but it'll go to our
Yeah, me
segment
too.
later.
Me too.
The W. Well, we're still talking about W basketball. What about the W? W started their preseason this week also.
They
So
did start their
yeah.
preseason. Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's preseason, so you're not looking too much into it. But I mean,
No.
he's getting the CCC out there for first time. So
Yep. Cece's out
that's
there.
good.
She's hitting shots. She's doing what she's doing, trying to get loose. I want to see her stay healthy the whole year.
So does she have something to prove? Does
Yes,
you think she needs to prove?
big
Because I
time.
mean, this was the first time she's really been hurt, right? So in her career, even in college,
Right.
So
But like, listen, this is a generational player, right? Changed the game already in
yeah,
2 full seasons, and just with everything she's done for the league already has been monumental. But if you want to go down as a great, you got to perform. We need results.
yeah.
So
I mean,
you
if
got
she
to
gets
stay
hurt
healthy.
again or something, and she's out for a long period of time,
Yeah.
people are going to start, and
Wor-
probably warranted. Is this a
That big
flop,
B
so to
word
speak?
is going to come out.
Yeah,
That big
yeah,
bus word is going to come out.
yeah.
And I don't think she is. I think she's incredible, obviously, but she's got to stay on the court. And then when she does stay on the court, we got to see some wins. I want to see a win. I want to see some playoff success. We'll see. So we'll
But
see. We'll see how she does.
I mean, a lot of stars, MJ broke his ankle for 1 year, right? I mean, he was out, so I mean, it's not like it can
No,
define a career, but I mean,
no. And
it's
what
just
she's,
it's just 24, right? So I
yeah,
mean,
she's
it's just
24 years old. So
well, I don't even know if she's 24. She might be 23. Um, so yeah, it's just I think she does have to have a good year. She's got to lead them to the playoffs, and maybe even second, third round. Well, they got past the first round, they got to the second round, so at least second or third round, I would think, to the playoffs.
yeah,
You know,
no, for sure.
But
So
yeah.
we'll see.
What about this lineup for the Washington Mystics? You got Georgia Moore, who's coming back from her injury last year. You got Sonia Citron, who was unbelievably great last year. You get
Yeah.
Kiki Irfan, that was also great last year, and then you got Shakira Austin, and then their number 4 pick Lauren Betts. I mean, that's a pretty good lineup. I mean, that's not
Tough
a
spot. Well, where
yeah.
did they go? They got deep last year, didn't they?
No, I don't think they went that far because
Did they not go deep?
no, because they really only had Sonia and Kiki last year, I think.
I thought they were giving somebody
No,
trouble last year. Was I tripping about
I
that?
don't
Did they
think
not
so.
give like Minnesota issues?
I don't think that. I don't
Maybe I'm
think
wrong.
so.
Maybe I'm tripping. I thought I remember seeing like Sonya out there busting people's asses and stuff. But anyways, yeah, that's a tough team. High expectations
Yeah, no, for
with that
sure.
kind of lineup. High expectations.
Um, so yeah, we'll see. Whoa, another basketball thing. Well, depends. Defensive player of the year, I guess.
Oh well, yeah, we didn't talk about it. There are a couple of announcements. Defensive Player of the Year,
Yeah.
Most Improved. Defensive Player of the Year, first unanimous vote, and it was without question going to be the one and only Wemby. I mean, led the league in blocks. You can't score on him. You can't. He guards you on the perimeter, so good for him.
He's got to
Um,
stay healthy though. Just
yeah,
stop
he's got to stay
falling.
healthy.
Stop
Yeah, stop
falling and
falling
getting
face
concussed.
first. Yeah, getting concussions, but you just bust Portland's ass tonight. So,
Otherwise, I'm
yeah,
going to give you Anthony Davis and put you on a wheelchair on the sideline.
maybe, dude. But
Um,
yeah, he just played his ass off. I think he dropped 27 and 11 today, and I think he had another
and
3 blocks.
then what about Keldon Johnson wins 6 man of the year for
Yeah,
the
6 man of the
Nuggets?
year.
So
I think there was some controversy actually about it, but I thought I had picked him too. I thought he deserved it. Um, so yeah, good for him. Spurs, dude. Spurs are
yeah,
tough. Spurs are tough. Most improved went to Nikhil Alexander Walker out of Atlanta. And he's a hell of a player too. He was a hell of a player for Minnesota. And
so
now,
who gets Coach of the Year?
I mean, who will get it? It'll probably be Spurs head coach or who's coaching the Pistons? Is it Bickerstaff? I don't think Bickerstaff's coaching the Pistons. Whoever's coaching the Pistons, I imagine those will be one of your coach of the years, either Pistons or Spurs. But I mean, there's conversations to be had. I mean, how do you not give like Boston's head coach
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
consideration? Didn't have Jason Tatum majority of the year, and they finished what, second? Uh, I mean, obviously, Thunder probably should always get coach of the year. Um, they didn't have their second option most of the year. Jalen Williams was hurt majority of this year. They still finished best record in the league. JJ, I think, deserves credit as well. So there's options out there. It's gonna be a tough one, but yeah.
yeah. All right, we talked W. Let's get into anything else basketball. W or
Not
anybody? No.
nothing that
Okay.
won't be talked about later. Yeah.
All right, let's get into some MLB action. A couple of headlines first before we start rip roaring into some topics. You might be too young for this one, but Garrett Anderson, longtime
No, yeah.
Angels,
Angel. Yeah.
yeah,
Angel.
passed
Sudden.
away. Yeah.
Young. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think 53 years old.
Yeah.
Um, Member of the Angels Hall of Fame, holds several franchise records, including games played, 2,000, 2368 hits, 489 doubles, 796 extra base hits, 1,292 RBIs, and then 3,743 total bases. Yeah, it's just, World Series in 2002.
2000 against
So,
us. Yeah.
yeah. Um, Spent 15 of his 17 years with the Angels. Um, Finished his career with the Braves and the Dodgers. But yeah, yeah, that was kind of shocking. But
Very shocking.
um, another headline was Trevor Bauer back into somewhat a league is pitching for in the bullpen for the Long Island Ducks. No,
Okay,
okay.
good for
Thought we
him, I guess.
might get some type of response. He still wants to get it back into the MLB, but obviously he's getting blackballed and everything else, right?
It's not even just
Is he
getting
not?
blackballed. He's not good enough.
Um, and then there was another one that I hit. Well, what about Padres reached an agreement for Lucas Giolito?
Oh, that. Yeah, I think that's a big loss for you guys.
It is a big loss, and it's only 2.8 million for 1 year.
Yeah.
$2.8 million. You telling me you can't fork up $2.8 million
Mind you,
or
this
two
guy
point
had.
or $3 million to outbid the Padres? I
This
mean,
is
are
a
you shitting
former
me?
former Cy Young candidate, and he had, what did he have, like a 3.4 ERA last year with Boston? I can't even
Yeah, it
believe he
wasn't like
was
he
a
was
free
just
agent.
trash. Yeah.
No, I
So
don't get
yeah,
it.
I'm surprised he didn't have a job. But
Me neither. Yeah, or me
anyways,
too.
yeah, for a team that needs pitching because we've had 8 pitchers go on the IL this month. I think we could have used a Lucas Giolito, especially for only 2.8. So
I agree.
that's just me thinking that. But another headline, you might be again too young for this, but Phil Garner passed away. Long time, played 16 years. He was also what was he? Who was the coach? Coach of Astros, I think he was. Um,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Would go
Yeah, that one.
on
I think I'm too
spent
young for that one.
15 seasons, Brewers, Tigers, and Astros. So, skippered the Astros their first World Series appearance in 2005. So, yeah, Phil Garner, just a gritty guy. Just, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I figured you were too young for him. So,
Yeah, I'm a little too young for that one.
and
Oh five
then
Astros though, like Biggio, Berkman,
yeah,
Bagwell,
yeah.
that Astros. Yeah.
Um, all right. What about? Well, I don't know if this. What do you want to talk about Boston Red Sox now, or do you want to save that for another segment?
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned
Oh,
it.
no, I guess we're gonna
Yeah,
talk
we
about
can
it
save
now.
that for later. But what I
Okay.
did want to talk about also could save this for later too. But later is going to become a long segment if I keep saving things. But what about the Padres? Sold, organization sold, team sold to a private equity, which is never good for baseball. Not for the fans or the team usually, because private equity, they're there for obviously investment. It's an investment, rather than it being. I think it was family owned before, or whoever owned it.
They're usually
Now,
family owned, but yeah.
yeah, now it's like you got a private equity guy coming in who's a billionaire with his wife. Typically, that means you're not buying a whole lot of guys. So you're not buying a whole lot of guys. That team makes so much money because of where it is and the fan
Well,
base.
you just bought Lucas Giolito for 2.8 million. So I mean,
That might be their high for the next few years. Who knows?
but you're also talking about a team that's in first place in the
I know
West.
the team in first place, but that's my point. Is like now they're in first place. You sell your team that's in first place for almost $4 billion, but now it's a private equity guy. The fear is that are you going to spend? And they do this right before the next year, with the CBA and
With the
everything.
CBA.
Yeah. So, dude, I don't know. I hate that. That sucks. Even though I hate the Padres, that sucks. So we'll see what happens there.
Um. All right. So, do you want to discuss hot seats now, or do we want to discuss hot seats later?
We could talk about hot seats. I don't think that's
Okay.
got to be better.
Well,
We could talk
what
about hot
about
seats.
so why is the Mets Mendoza not on the hot seat, and why is Phillies Rob Thompson not on the hot seat?
Uh, I hope they are. Both should have been on the hot seat, if not gone already. I was surprised Rob Thompson survived after last year. I didn't think he should have with that
And
disaster in LA.
they just won yesterday to break up their what was it, a 12 game or
Yeah,
10 game, I think it was.
yeah, but
10
then they lost
game,
again today.
and then they lost today.
Yeah.
So
So
you broke the streak, but then hey, congratulations, you
yeah,
just
but at
lost.
what cost?
But
So
oh well, I'll tell you at what cost, because while you're going 0 and 10, the Braves are going 9-1, so you just lost 9 games in that stretch. So
Yeah.
that's what the outcome is.
Yeah. Same for the Mets.
Absolutely same for the Mets.
Same
I
thing
mean,
for the Mets. They had a 12
yeah,
game. Was it 12 game? 12 game
12
skid.
games. Yeah,
Which is, in my opinion, I think is way worse than anything that was happening with the Phillies. Phillies are older, right? Now, this isn't an excuse,
yeah,
but
but I mean,
because you
you
have
you got
talent left and right. You
yeah,
have talent
yeah,
left and right. But for me, the Mets, you spent more money than pretty much everyone, apart from one team, the last 3-4 years, and you are still horrible. And I don't understand it.
and
I
this
don't get it.
isn't just it's just not the player. It's Mendoza because
Yeah.
you want to talk about a foobar. I mean, when you have Picro Armstrong on third base with what 0 outs or 1 out, and the next hitter up is Nico Horner.
Yeah.
Why are you pitching to him?
Don't know.
A guy that's hitting over 300, you should not be pitching to that guy. His run doesn't mean anything.
A
So
contact guy at
why
that.
would you be pitching to that guy? So yeah, absolutely. He owns some of this. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's still there. So yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
um, no, I mean, there's been some streaks going on because I mean, what San Diego they didn't they win like 10 in a row or 9 in a row?
San
Cubs
Diego
just
won.
Cubs just
LA.
had a
And
Cubs
now
just
you
had a
guys.
10
Yeah.
game. Yeah, they just lost 2 out of 3. Um, and then you had the Mets losing 12. You had Phillies losing 10.
You had
So
Miami. They won 6 in a row
yeah,
before
I
we
mean,
won. So, dude, yeah, like there's been some streakiness going on in the MLB. Um, Cincinnati. What about Cincinnati?
yeah,
They're red
dude.
hot.
Last week there was like 3 days in a row where every Central team won. So we couldn't gain anything because I'm looking at this thing and I'm like win 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 win, and I'm like, God damn, there's like 3 games that you could have picked up. So
Yeah.
um, yeah. So I mean, it's definitely streaky. Um,
Yeah. Um. Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about your Cubbies, dude. Huge stretch. Uh,
uh,
Offense is just. This happened last year, though. Offense is
it
just
did.
out of this world right now. You guys are just running all over everyone, hitting the ball over the fence, ball in play. Nico Horner looks like the best second baseman in the league. He shouldn't have signed that extension. He could have probably got more money. And I wish the Giants had traded for him before the season started. But anyways, um,
And as good as the offense is right now, I mean,
I was just about
today
to
they
say,
were 0 for 20 with runners
yeah,
on base. So there was a couple times last week we left 17 games on multiple games. I think 2 out of the 4 games with Phillies, we left 17 on base, which is a good and a bad thing. Your good thing is that obviously you're putting people on base and you're putting some pressure, right? But someone's got to get some freaking hits because when you're 1 for 14 with runners in scoring position or 5 for 14, I mean, some of those games shouldn't have been pretty close. It's like you have, I mean, just look at today's game. You leave 2 guys on, no outs. You had runners on first and second. You score nothing. Second inning, you got, I think 1 out, bases loaded, and you score nothing. So, and that's against the Dodgers. You can't leave guys on base against the Dodgers. You got to take every single advantage you can. So, um, so
I agree.
that's where I'm at on this offense. I mean, you find because going into last week before, like into the Mets or into the Phillies series, you had Michael Bush who had what 34 home runs last year. You had Seiya that had 32, and then you had Pete with 31. So that's what 95, 96 home runs, and out of the 3, they've only had 1 home run until last week, and then finally, Seiya started hitting some home runs.
Well,
Bush had a couple. So,
yeah, I was gonna
um,
say, to be honest, it's really still only Ben Seiya, kind of dragging that off between those
yeah,
three, dragging that offense along. But Michael Bush did pick it up. I do have. I want to start. I believe in him, so I think he'll be fine. But I want to start raising some flags here about PCA, dude. At what point are we going to start hitting the ball? Because this is now bleeding. We're about to reach a full season of being one of the worst, not just being in a slump, but being one of the worst hitters in baseball. Because he had a terrible second half last year, like a really historically bad second half last year.
The only thing I'm kind of wondering on is, like, if he had a bad first half last year and then a great second half, last year, would anyone be talking about it? But since he had a bad second half and now he's off to a slow start the first half, but what if he rebounds and has a great second half?
Then, like, well, again, I believe in him, but I'm just saying right now, I'm starting to get a little concerned about it, because it's not like he came up it's not like he came up as, oh, this guy's going to be a great hitter.
Right.
That's not how he was brought up. He was brought up as, God, this guy can play some defense and he's quick as shit, right? And then the bat kind of came alive at that first start of his well, really, it came alive when he first got called up.
I mean, he's going to win more Gold Gloves than he is going to win Silver Slugger or batting, championships. I can tell you that 100%.
Right. Although I saw him whiff on a fly ball yesterday.
Yeah, that one was bad. I don't.
But anyways, no, there's no question he's one of the best defenders in the league. And maybe you could argue the best. But dude,
but you're right. He does need to. He does need to start hitting. And me watching these games, it's like some of these at bats. There's a couple things, and this doesn't just go with just the Cubs, but in general, I absolutely hate taking 3-0 pitches. As a major league hitter, okay,
really,
I get it. If you are in college, high school, or whatever, but I do not think you should have a full-on take on a 3-0 pitch.
Really?
Usually those 3-0 pitches are a cookie right down the middle.
Yeah.
Okay? And that might be the only strike you get to hit.
Right.
Right? Because the next pitch might be a pitcher's pitch on the edge, top corner, bottom corner, that you're not going to do anything with. Now you're 3-2. Okay? Yeah. And then you're in, defense zone. So you had one pitch to hit. Just because it's a 3-0 count, I do not think that should be an automatic take. And I mean, if it is by the coaches, you're talking about Major League Baseball players. They get a shit ton of money to hit the ball. You have a 3-0 count. That is your advantage. You're not playing small ball at that point. You're looking to launch that thing 500 feet. Okay? Right. You have the full-on advantage. So why are you taking a 3-0, 92-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle? I mean, you're talking one pitch, one zone. If he throws you a slider and it's, down the middle, then fine. I'm okay with that. But when he's throwing you just a get over so I don't walk you pitch, that thing should just be pounded to hog heaven. And I'm seeing way too much of it. We do it all the time. I see way too much of 3-0s. And the next thing I see after that, then it's 3-2, and then we pop up. And I'm like, God dang it. Why not be more aggressive on the 3-0?
I get that. I think it's a little subjective. Because, like, in certain situations, if you got a pitcher on the mound who cannot throw a strike, the bases are loaded or something like that, you got a 3-0 count, I don't hate you taking it. And, like, my 8 hitters hitting or my 9 hitters hitting, I don't hate you taking the pitch.
But you're a Major League Baseball player. And again, you're thinking one pitch, one zone. If it's, if he's a fastball pitcher, you're thinking fastball, low, if that's your zone, right down the middle, knee high or whatever it is. And if it's not there, then fine, take it.
I agree.
If it's there, go for it.
But I agree. But part of it too is you can't control what happens after that ball leaves the bat. So if you line out right back to a guy and you get a double play, you roll over because you're out in front and you're jumpy, you pop out because you're under it, that's going to piss me off way more than you taking that pitch 3-0. So I think it's subjective. I agree. I like aggression. I think you get your pitch, you swing at that pitch. But I do think it's subjective too, because I don't want Patrick Bailey swinging at a 3-0 pitch really. If he can take a walk, take a walk. So I don't know.
But I mean, I don't think that they take advantage of the counts enough. Like especially 0-0, because like I've seen Seiya go up there and he'll take an 0-0 pitch right down the middle, and I'm like,
Yep,
what
that
the
drives me crazy.
frick are you absolutely doing?
Yeah, I don't
And
like
then
0-0
he
takes.
and then
Yeah.
he swings at a ball up and in for a strike, and now you're 0-2, and then you're just next pitch you're just struck out. It's like, what are you doing?
No,
What
I
kind of
agree there.
approach is there? You got to be able to, again, you're a major league baseball player. You got to be able to take advantage. When it's in a 0-0 count, you're looking to drive the ball. When it's a 1-0 count, you still have the advantage. 2-0 count, 2-1, 3-1, you still have the advantage. You don't have to just play contact pepper ball. Okay, you're still looking to drive. You need to be aggressive. If you're
I agree.
aggressive and you pop up and you're just underneath it, you know what? I'll probably be all right with that than you striking out after watching two other pitches go by. You know?
Oh, that's probably where we differ. I won't be happy if you pop up and we're at a 3-0.
My point is that if it's a strike and you just watch it go by, I absolutely just hate that.
I
Especially
think
right
I
down the
agree
middle.
for the most part. For the most part, I do agree. I think it also depends on your players too. You know, like if I got a Seiya or a Bregman, you better not take a 3-0 pitch right down
Do
the
you want
middle.
Devers or Chapman taking a 3-0
No,
pitch?
no, 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 not really. No,
No.
unless it's like, unless the 3-0 pitches were just nowhere near it and the guy's just off and like we're bases loaded, we're no outs, and that guy is just all over the place. And I think he's going to probably walk him at some point because I don't think he can locate. Then no, I don't want them taking pitches.
But I
But
mean, as a hitter, you're thinking one pitch, one zone.
mind you,
You're
I'm talking
thinking,
about. But I'm talking about my guys though. If my guys
well,
can walk,
we'll
then
talk about
maybe
your
it's
guys
better.
because I got plenty to talk about
Hey,
your
we could
guys. But
talk
I
about
mean,
my guys too.
it's just I don't know. I still think you got to take advantage of the counts, and I don't
Yeah.
see that happening
No, I
sometimes.
agree for the most part.
So,
Yeah.
but I mean, Cubs are playing good baseball. I mean, you win 10 in a row. I mean, they haven't done that since 2016, and what happened in 2016? So, 10-year anniversary. So,
Yeah.
who knows? And I knew this stretch was going to be tough because one, you're playing. Their last day off was over a week ago, and then you come out. So you had 7 in a row. You had three games where you took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies at Phillies. You had a day off, and then you played at home against the Mets for 3, at home against the Phillies for 4. And then that same day you got to travel to LA for 3 and play the next day, and then you got to go to San Diego tomorrow and play another 3. So you don't get another day off until Thursday. So it's almost like 2 weeks where are going to be in that stretch of not having a day off.
It's a
Which is
tough stretch,
taxing on your pitching. Yeah.
which is
But
all the more reason why maybe you should have signed Lucas Giolito.
well, that's another thing.
So I don't get
say
that.
I was
but-
thinking if we get on the road trip on this West Coast, if we could go 3-3, that would probably be suffice.
I think that'd be a really good series or trip. Yeah.
Now we got to take 2 out of 3 from San Diego. But I mean, it's just I mean, look at the Dodgers. Dodgers split a 4-game series with the Rockies,
They lost the series
right?
to us.
And then they lost 2 out of 3 to you guys. So I mean, and you're thinking the Rockies. You should have a 2-2 split that's no good, right? Yeah.
No good, dude.
So you're thinking 3 out of 4 at least, right? So
At least.
and then losing 2 out of 3 from you guys. So, but I mean, it's just the way it is. So
Yeah.
what other teams you want to talk about? You want to talk about your team?
We could talk about my boys. I mean, listen, we've won 3 straight series here. Kind of starting to turn it around. We're playing much better than how we started. But there's still issues. There's definitely still issues. But I mean, we took the series against the Nationals when they were red hot, huge offense, and we took the series against them. We took the series against the Dodgers, which we talked about, which was shocking. and then we
Then
took
you
the,
might lose the series against Miami,
no, we took it.
right?
We took the series against Miami. We won today. Yeah, we just took the series against Miami, who were also red
did you
hot.
guys win? Oh.
Yeah, they had won 6 straight going into this series, or 5 straight. Then they won against us the first game with Sandy pitch, and then ended up winning 6 straight. Then we ended up finishing off the last 2. So we won 3 straight series here, which is kind of all you have to do. You just got to win series. So
You're 6 games back.
yeah, but like, I'm not thinking let's take this division. We're not getting anywhere near that division. I just want us to get in a wild card and play some baseball.
You're only 1 game ahead of Colorado.
Yeah, but Colorado got hot too.
Yeah, I mean they were 6-4 in their last 10. You guys are 7-3.
Yeah, they got hot.
But unfortunately, San Diego was 8-2. So during that stretch. So
yeah.
But my issue is, and it's always been the issue, runs scored 97. You guys have the second lowest to the Mets.
No, I know.
And that's in the majors. So even the White Sox have 113. Kansas City Royals have 106, and they're in last place. You know, even the Oakland A's have 119. So
I know. Well, that's also their ballpark, but I know. But all that to say, I mean, I don't care if we don't score a lot of runs. If we're winning games, then that's all I really give a shit about. I wish it would be. I wish if we lost games, it wasn't because we got shut out and couldn't stop teams from scoring. That's kind of our losses. Our losses are because we just can't score anything, rather than us getting like a shootout and then losing. But you know, all this to say, also, Willie's in a bad slump right now. He doesn't know how to play baseball. He took an off day today. Rafi played better today, but Jesus, his Aprils, man, are a headache. Matt Chapman has 1 home run. You know, our best hitters are Casey Schmidt and
maybe Casey Schmidt should be telling Matt Chapman to hit some home runs instead of telling me to catch the effing ball.
Yeah, but maybe, just maybe, Casey Schmidt should take a base running lesson, because I've seen him get thrown off on back picks, rounding second base 2 days in a row. Luckily, he's hit 2 straight home runs, or a home run in 2 straight games.
He hit a home run yesterday, right? Yeah.
And he hit one today too. So I'll give him a little leeway, because that's how you make up for it. But Jesus. So yeah, I mean, seeing good things, seeing bad things. We'll see how it goes. But, you know, keep winning series and I'll be happy.
So you're 28 games into the season so far. So what is 28 games? About a fifth of the way there, I guess. So people that are, you know, jumping off the edge. I mean, there's probably only really a couple teams that are, you know, jumping off the edge, right? I mean, everything is still fairly close. I mean, you got in the East, you got Yankees, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Toronto, 5.5 back, and then Boston 7 games back, which we'll talk about later. In the Central, you got Detroit, Cleveland, Minnesota, Chicago, and then Kansas City. What about Chicago? Not even that bad. I mean, yeah. They're 3.5 games out of first place. I mean, that whole, you know, Central is only 4 games separates first from last. So then the AL West, what about the Oakland A's is your first place team? Texas, Seattle, Angels, and Houston. Again, that whole, you know, it's 4.5 games differs from first to last in that division. So here's the biggie where I'm sure we'll talk about it, but Atlanta, you got Atlanta, Miami, Washington, Mets, and Philly. Atlanta, I mean, you've already got a 6.5 game lead from Miami, a 7.5 game over Washington, 10 game lead over the Mets, and 10.5 over the Phillies. Is that?
I mean,
when do you start jumping, I guess, off the edge? I mean, I guess you can still say it's early, but I don't know. How long do you still say it's early?
I don't know, dude. Both of those teams have had 10 to 12 straight losing streaks. I would have been and jumped by now. I would have lost my mind. Yeah. So, and on top of that, Atlanta is the best team in the league.
Yeah. 20-9. So
yeah.
I mean,
So I would have. I think it's time to jump ship for both of them. I would have been and
yeah,
lost
I
my
mean,
mind.
you're in double digits and it's only April.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
you can bank on getting hot for sure, but are you going to bank on Atlanta losing 10 straight like you
yeah.
guys
Are
did?
they gonna? Yeah, exactly. So,
Come on.
I mean, they're the only team in that division that are plus run differential. Everyone else is like the Miami's at 0, and then everyone else is negative.
Dude,
So,
they're hitting guys out of the park. It's crazy.
yeah. So Central, you got Cincinnati, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Steelers, or St. Louis, and Milwaukee. So that again, that division, first place to last place is 3.5 games.
It's a tight one.
So it's going to be a tight one. Are you surprised by Cincinnati at all?
Yes.
Especially with no Hunter Green.
No Hunter Green. Pitching in general, I don't really love their pitchers apart from like Chase Burns. But yes, very surprised. Their offense though, dude. Like Ellie's got 9 home runs. Sal Stewart's got 9 home runs, I think. And he's a rookie. So I don't know.
Runs scored 118, runs allowed 117. So they're plus
yeah,
that's
exactly
+1.
That's exactly what I expect. So I think that'll
So-
even out. That's eventually going to catch up to him. But
So,
yeah, good for him.
and then in the West, you got San Diego, Dodgers, Arizona, Giants, and then Colorado. You know, San Diego and Dodgers are tied. Arizona at 4, Giants at 6, and then Colorado at 7. Colorado not being the worst team in baseball.
No, dude, like they're not. They again, they can't stop. They can't pitch, but they can score. They got good players who can hit. Like they can score. So and then, but I'm surprised by San Diego. I didn't have them being this good at all.
Yeah, they just said that stretch of being 8-2 when Dodgers were 5-5. So you pick up 3 games right there in 10 games, right?
It helps too.
So,
It must feel nice too when you go into a 9th inning, or maybe you go into an 8th inning with 2 outs. If you have just a 1-run lead, that game's over. So with that guy coming out, I mean,
and they've had some walk-off home runs last week too. So
yeah,
they've had some. But I mean, in streaks, you're always going to have those, right? You're going to get your lucky bouncer. You're going to get your walk-off wins, stuff like that. So,
yep.
All right. Anything else baseball before we move on?
I think that's it.
All right. Golf.
We could talk about RBC Heritage for the guys. Got a little playoff right after the Masters. Playoff between Matty Fitz and Scotty. And Fitzy comes through. I did not think, dude, when that got to when Scotty came charging after him, forced it into a playoff.
I thought he was dead. I thought it was done.
I thought it was over for Matty because how could you go up against him with all the momentum on Scotty's side, go up and face the best golfer in the world? I thought it was game over. But shout out Matty, dude. He hung on. Scotty had a terrible second shot. I don't know where that was going. And Matty with a one-hand finish, hit a monster second shot, which was crazy. So yeah, shout out Fitz. I like seeing Fitz win. I'm a big Matt Fitzpatrick fan.
Well, you like seeing Fitz win, because then they back it up with the Zurich Classic.
Right. Oh, did they win?
Yeah.
Oh, did they? Oh, there you go.
Yep. Minus 31.
Pretty cool. So good for Fitzy, dude.
The Fitzpatrick brothers. So yeah,
nice.
Little Fitzy's on a hot streak right now. So
I guess so. So good for him. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And then on the ladies' side,
dude, Nelly.
Someone took it from opening to close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for Nell, dude.
2 back-to-back 65s, and then 2 back-to-back 70s, I think, yesterday and today. But
what, she went by 6 though?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really close.
It was nowhere close. Back to world number 1 with that as well.
Gino didn't even make the cut on this one. There was a lot of big names that didn't make the cut. Like Lydia Ko didn't make the cut. Roseng didn't make the cut. So yeah, there was some big names. So,
and that's her second title at this one in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And another major for her. So
yeah, major.
Good for Nell, dude.
First major of the year. So
yeah.
So all right. Anything else golf? Oh, what about this one? We forgot, and we don't talk about this one too much, but what about hockey? NHL playoffs. ripping and roaring right now, right?
Playoffs are ripping and roaring right now. They're almost done with their first rounds too. They're just like around the same pace as the NBA right now. So, yeah, playoffs are ripping through. That's pretty much it. We'll see what happens. I don't know who, like the favorite probably is. It's probably like
Colorado, you think?
Florida or
The Avalanche?
Colorado. Typically those two I think are always fighting for it. Vegas is kind of in there lingering as well too, but we'll see. I don't know.
Well, right now you got Avalanche with a 3-0 lead against the Kings, and they're up
Yeah.
5-1 right now in the third. So they're
Yep.
going to close that one out. So
Yeah.
and that's a 1 versus a 4. You got Stars versus Wild. That's a 2-2 series. You got Golden Knights versus Mammoth. That's a 2-1.
Vegas, right? Yeah.
No,
Oh, is it 2-1 Mammoth?
yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
You got Anaheim over Oilers 2-0.
Oh, dude, Connor McDavid, dude.
Dude, I will
Disaster.
tell you what, SoCal, and I would never thought of SoCal being a hockey team or a hockey place, but I mean, you figure there's 2 teams down there, right? You got the Kings
Kings and
and the
Anaheim. Yeah.
Ducks. But being down in Anaheim last week, and it was the last game of the season. They were playing Nashville, and we went to a brewery. Good God, that was the worst decision I ever made because that had duck country all over it. The place was
Really?
just packed from ducks everywhere. Good God,
Okay.
yeah, they love their hockey.
Good for
So,
them.
you got Buffalo 3-1 over the Bruins. Lightning. You got Montreal leading 2-1 over Lightning. You got what is this? Hurricane? Is it Carolina Hurricanes? Is that who it is? Over Senators.
Is it?
They won that series. Yeah, they won that one 4-0. And then uh, Philadelphia leads the Penguins 3-1. That's a 3 versus a 2.
Are Florida not in?
No,
Who was I thinking was in? Whatever.
neither
Anyways, maybe I
neither is
thought.
neither is
Maybe.
Nashville, right?
Yeah, I knew that. Maybe I was thinking Hurricanes was Florida because of Miami,
So,
but yeah, that's not it. Oops, my bad.
so
Shows my hockey knowledge.
yeah, that's our NHL segment.
There you go.
Anything else golf wise? I did have
Nah,
one. Does this? Let's see. Before we wrap up sports, what about Kevin Kisner with the Masters coverage? Did you see his comment about that? And then he took it back.
no, I didn't see his comment.
Do you all ever show a live shot? I'm better following the effing app than your feed. Calling out CBS Masters coverage. Granted, he works for NBC, so
Yeah, good. I don't care. Good for him.
okay, all right. That's it for golf. All right, I think that's it for sports. A lot of sports going on right now.
A lot of
You
sports.
got playoffs, MLB going. You got where's tennis at? Tennis is in
They're about to start.
Spain or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Spain right now.
Was
They're
their
about to
warm up?
start their
Yeah.
French Open here
Yeah.
in a couple weeks. No Alcaraz, he's out.
Oh, that's
So
right.
it is wide open for Yannick to get in the French Open and potentially, I think that'll be his Grand Slam, his career Grand Slam if he wins. So we'll see what happens in France, man.
Oh, here's one more NFL news before we move on to entertainment. Mike Tomlin joins NBC as NFL studio analyst.
That's right. Yeah.
Is that going to be
Shocking.
weird not seeing Tomlin as on the sideline?
Who doesn't want? How could he not get a head coaching job?
I don't know. Or is he
Look at that.
waiting for something
Could be.
particular?
Could be. Could
that
be.
could be. So, all right, entertainment. What do we got for entertainment? There's a lot of entertainment too. Holy shit.
I don't have anything.
You don't have anything? I see Paramount reveals Top Gun 3
Oh,
to
yeah.
start shooting. Maverick will be back. Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Same
Right?
director, Joseph Kosinski,
Yep.
too. Yep.
Yep. So, is Tom Cruise singly keeping movie theaters alive.
I
I
don't know
mean,
if
is
just
he?
him single-handedly, but I mean, after that Top Gun Maverick thing alone kind of brought it back after
Yeah.
COVID. That was huge.
So, um, so yeah, Tom Cruise coming back. What else? Oh, um, Law and Order, organized crime cancellation after 5 years. Law and Order. I mean,
Okay.
obviously, SVU has been on there for what are they,
30.
20 something?
I
Yeah, I
think they're
mean,
at like 28 or something like that, aren't they?
pretty much half of my life has been with SVU going
More
on.
than my life. Yeah.
But yeah, Christopher Maloney with I guess cancellation. So
Wow.
that's kind of
Well,
big.
back to SVU he goes,
Um,
man.
Speaking of NCIS, I thought Director Vance, who's been on there for 18 years. Hopefully, I'm not spoiling anything because this is a couple weeks old. But if you do watch NCIS and you're not caught up to date, plug your ears. They killed him off after 18 seasons.
Did they really?
Director
Wow.
Vance. Yep.
They have to kill
So,
him?
I guess they're still gonna do him as like going back and and he's gonna be doing some directing. But yeah. But then I saw LL's coming back to NCIS New York.
No longer LA? Oh, okay.
No longer, yeah. LA
Well, LA's
was
been
for
off for
yeah.
for
That's been
years,
off a
but
while. Yeah.
yeah. But he's gonna same character
So
going to New York?
I guess so. So
What about
and he was
Chris?
on no, because he's on Nashville 911.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So in fact, um, he was on regular NCIS's episode last week. So I think that was kind of a teaser of him coming back. So
Okay.
I don't know how you feel about this one, but Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird split after 10 years.
Oh, I saw that. Speaking of another
Yeah.
split, Meg the Stallion and Clay Thompson split. There's some drama going on. Apparently,
Clay.
Clay being a bad
Clay.
boy. Yeah. So I don't know what we're dealing with here.
Well, when you speak of infidelity or cheating scandals, what about Mike Vabril and
Oh, I forgot about these
Rossini?
two. Yeah, Diana Rossini. Yeah.
Yes.
Listen,
Um,
I'm in no position to judge people's personal life, but what a saga that is becoming.
one, I think you got to keep that out of public, but I mean, that's a poor job of hiding that.
Yeah, like maybe don't do it in the
Yes.
first place, but definitely don't do it in public.
Yeah.
And then apparently, like she named her son after him. Her son's name is Michael too, or Mike, I guess. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
I
That's
don't know. It's
tricky.
some swinging or something going on, whatever.
I don't know, man.
Hey,
Not
it's good for us because it's entertainment and we get to talk about it. But there's families involved too, though. So I mean,
listen. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Now I saw this, but I don't know if this is new or if this is real or not. But Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox set to return for Transformers 8.
I know Michael Bay is returning to direct it. I don't know if those two are confirmed to be coming back.
Because
That would be cool, though.
Two original stars from the early Michael Bay films will reprise their role as Sam Witwicky and Michaela Baines.
Yeah, we'll see. I haven't seen a confirmation. If that does happen, that would be dope. How cool would that be?
Marks a major reunion for nearly 15 years.
Yeah, it's gonna make a lot of money too, dude.
Filming is expected to begin later this year for a 2028 release.
Okay.
God, I can't believe they're on Transformers 8 already. I mean,
well, because they made so many that like.
Good God, it's like the Fast and Furious. I mean, are they? How many are you gonna do? I guess, but I don't know.
Man.
So that's entertainment. And then is that all I had for entertainment? I think that was it. And I'm probably pretty sure you guys are thinking, thank God. That is all I had for entertainment. Did you have anything else for entertainment?
No.
Yeah, Clay and Megan Thee Stallions.
Yeah, Clay, bad boy.
How bad is your life right now, man? You go to the Mavericks, you can't make the playoffs. You, you date a famous person, and then you lose her.
He didn't lose her. He kind of threw her away.
Well, yeah,
So,
I
I don't
guess.
know.
So, all right, got to be better. This is
All
going to
right.
be a long.
Yeah, I got a
I
lot,
guess
so I'll try to make this quick.
this episode's going to be a long one. It looks
Yeah,
like
it's going to be a long one. I know. I'm going to try to make this quick. Off the rip, they could be on here every single time. We've talked about this before. NBA officials, though, we are in the playoffs, and they're terrible. Not talking about the Lakers and Rockets. They've been terrible, sure, but mostly specifically the issues with the Phoenix Suns and the Oklahoma City Thunder series and the officiating that was happening there. Devin Booker gets a technical for trying to save a basketball, and it hits Jalen Williams in the head, and he gets a technical for that. I don't understand that. I can't believe that. That'll never make sense to me. He also gets called for a foul.
Again,
blah, blah, blah.
Devin Booker's been in the league. I mean, granted, he's been
11
in the
years.
league 11 years. So he is right to say, hey, I'm not just some rookie chump that just came off the block and, I have a name.
This is a star,
Yeah.
This is a star.
No.
So unacceptable. And this is a playoffs. We are in the playoffs. I don't understand why we have bad officiating in the playoffs. So I don't get that. So that's one. All right. Boston Red Sox, man.
Jesus.
Boston Red
What
Sox.
are you doing? How did this where does this idea come up, and thinking that it's a good idea that in the end of April that you are that far out of it that you need an entire coaching change? Well, like 6 guys, 5 guys, including your head
whole
coach?
staff. Mind you, this includes Alex Cora, who is widely regarded as one of the better head coaches in the league.
Who just got signed for an extension.
You just signed for an extension. And this happens after you traded away and lost his 2 best players. Are you going to really tell me that Alex Cora didn't want to keep Rafi Devers and Alex Bregman?
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it.
Plus, weren't they shopping Duran this year too? Weren't they?
Well, they have to. They have
Durant?
to clear off their outfield. Their outfield's too jammed. They have to shop somebody. Somebody's got to go. And Jaren Duran's
more
not,
people.
Jaren Duran's not playing great, so maybe you do ship Jaren Duran. You could probably get quite a bit for him. But anyways,
yeah, but you're just causing a shitstorm because now Trevor Story is like, "What are you guys doing?" So now your club, you just lost your clubhouse.
Yeah, you did lose your clubhouse. You lost your clubhouse a little bit already because you didn't sign Alex Bregman, who is regarded as one of the best team leaders in the game. Look at what he's doing for your guys' club.
Yeah.
And he's not. I don't think he's hitting. He's not even.
He's not hitting that great, but he's a great leader.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't put a value on that really, and you lost him. And he had told you guys, he had told Boston, "Hey, I got an offer from the Cubs right now. If you guys don't up it a little bit and start showing me some respect," and they said, "Screw you." You can't convince me Alex Cora was saying, "Oh yeah, let's not pay Alex Bregman for sure." Like, there's no way. So now you go ahead, you fire the entire staff. This is all after you lost Alex Bregman, after you traded Rafi Devers. And mind you, this is all after you got rid of Mookie Betts and that whole fiasco, got rid of Xander Bogaerts, all blah, 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 blah. Like, it can go on and on. Just utter disaster. And at the end of the day, it comes down to the owner, Breslow, everyone else in that higher level. They all have to go. Sell that team. If you want to talk about Padres are out there selling their team for $4 billion, but if anybody should have been selling their team, Boston Red Sox should have been selling that damn team. I feel bad for Boston fans. I'm not even a Red Sox fan, but disaster all around.
But on the flip side, they've won 2 in a row. Just to throw that out.
Great, yeah, they've won 2 in a row.
But I mean, you're only 7 games back from the Yankees. I mean, it's not like you were, 10 games back and look like it's going south. I mean,
listen, like, I'm not Alex Cora's biggest fan. I've always kind of thought he's a little overrated. And plus, he never got punished for the Houston thing. And I pretty confidently remember Alex Cora being involved with Houston at that time. But anyways, Is it Alex Cora's fault that your best pitcher has a 5 ERA right now and can't get his stuff together? Is it Alex Cora's fault that Jaron Duran's hitting 200? I don't think so. Is it Alex Cora's fault that your rookie got hurt, your prize rookie possession got hurt and can't throw the ball out of the outfield? I don't think so. It's April and you're firing your whole coaching staff. I never agree with midseason firings anyways.
Well, this isn't even a mid-season. This is a start of the season.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're going to do this 27 games in, you might as well have just done it in spring training or in the off season. Why do this now? Just because it's not to a start that you guys are expecting? But I mean,
exactly.
You're 27 games in.
And last year they were almost in the ALCS by one game against your rival. You lost
to players and fans of the Red Sox. I mean, you got to be just like, what the frick are we doing?
So
I don't know. So
got to be better there. My last one, it's kind of really two. Houston Rockets, or it's really three. Houston Rockets, Ime Udoka, and Kevin Durant. And this pains me because I am a big fan of Kevin Durant, and I always have been. But obviously his legacy has been talked about for years with the Golden State thing. And then since then, it's been talked about because he's kind of just like bounced around teams and has been given everything he's ever wanted and hasn't produced anything with it. And it's gotten even worse. I get it. He got hurt in practice, whatever. Then he sprains his ankle during this series, but he was horrendous in game 2 in that second half. He couldn't handle a double team. And this is a 36, 38-year-old man. He's been around. He's been double teamed his entire career. He couldn't handle it. He had 9 turnovers in that game. He had 2 points in that second half, and that was a crucial game. So, yeah, I mean, disaster for Kevin Durant. And now it's like, what do you traded all of that away to get Kevin Durant. What do you do with that situation now? And then he kind of quit on the team. He wasn't even on the bench the last game while hurt. So what's happening with Kevin Durant? That's really disastrous.
Yeah.
Ime Udoka needs to get fired right away. It is completely unacceptable for you to get outcoached by JJ Redick, for you to get outcoached by JJ Redick, who only has a 41-year-old man playing, and it's completely unacceptable. I get it. You don't have Kevin Durant. He's your best scorer. He averaged 27 points this season. Sure. To not be able to make any sort of adjustment whatsoever for your offense to somewhat work is inexcusable to me. We see it right now in this matchup. JJ Redick has made adjustments left and right to make sure this team can work and function with the Lakers without his 2 best players. The Rockets lost 1 player and can't make it work. Disgusting. And Rockets in general, bro, you're up 6 points. You have 30 seconds left. How do you not close out that game? I'll never understand it.
Is that the coach's fault though? That's got to be That's got to be on the players though.
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah, it is on the players for sure. That's what I'm saying. The Rockets in general. I don't understand how you don't close out that game. I don't get it. That will never make sense to me. I don't understand how you can lead the series in offensive rebounds. You can attempt more shots. You can force more turnovers, and you are still down 0-3. I do not get that. So, yeah. I mean, I love my Lakers. Credit to them. I think they're playing great, but it's also a result of the Houston Rockets this is probably the worst playoff performance I've ever seen from a team in my entire life.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a 4 seed, right? Or a 5 seed. Whatever they are.
5 seed.
So, yeah.
And they were a top 6 defense this whole league. You wouldn't know that based off this series. They've been dissected. They've been outshot. They've been it's disgusting. So, last one. Got to be better. This is for both teams. Reds and Giants. I don't know if you saw. Did you see the brawl with the Reds and the Giants? Like quote unquote brawl. Basically, it started with Spencer Steer and JT Brubaker. They were pitching Spencer Steer calls timeout late because he thought JT Brubaker did not make eye
Oh,
contact.
I did see
JT
that.
Brubaker
Yeah.
disagreed, said we literally looked at each other. The ump granted it. Brubaker was pissed. He then gives up a single to Spencer Steer. They're jawing back and forth, the whole little thing. The next day, Landon Roop hits Spencer Steer, which is fair game, in my opinion. He hit Spencer Steer very intentionally. They then hit Willie Adames, which is also fair game, in my opinion. The guy gets ejected because of the rules now, and that's ridiculous. But that's that. And then Eric Miller strikes out Sal Stewart to end the game, and then he starts. He didn't even say anything to Sal Stewart, to be fair. He just kind of said, "Sit down" or "Sit the f down," which is just like a normal. You can't be mad at that and then go ahead and pimp a home run and bat flip and stuff like that. You know, it kind of goes both ways. Sal Stewart did not like that though. Who's a rookie? Also, he should know his place a little bit. Who's a rookie? He starts drawing back. He yells at Eric Miller. Eric Miller tells the entire Reds bench, F you, F you, F you. Anyways, all this to say, those guys have to be better. Umpire
But
needs to get a grip on it.
is your Giants becoming the bad boy? Because isn't it 2 in 1 week? Didn't they have a beef with the Dodgers too, where Logan Webb hit the guy because he said something about
no, Logan Webb hit the catcher because the catcher, because our guy got hurt. The catcher turned back, looked at him, and said, F them.
Yeah.
Which is poor sports. That's not us. We didn't do anything. Jung-Hoo got hurt sliding in. And then Logan Webb hits him, which is good. That's fair play, in my opinion.
Just because he says F him? It's not like the catcher did anything to...
Yes, he did.
Did he?
He was blocking the plate. Jung-Hoo had to switch his slide, and he got hurt sliding.
Oh.
And then he turned back, looked at him, and said F him as the umpires were kind of talking back and forth of if it was like an interference or whatever. Or blocking the plate, whatever they call it. And so Logan Webb hits him, and then Logan Webb barks at Hai-Sung Kim. This is where I don't agree with Logan. Barks on Hai-Sung Kim because he thought he was relaying signs from second base, which, if you don't like it, don't show your signs. Or don't tip your pitches.
That's why you have pitch calm.
Exactly. That's what I think too. So if you don't like that,
that's why I'm just wondering: is this the Giants? Is this how
I don't give a shit if we're liked or hated.
Is this how he's coaching this team? Is he's going to be the most hated team in the National League? I don't know.
Good. We're winning. I hope we do. Yeah. So, anyways, that's it.
I mean, we kind of talked about it, but Phillies and Mets. I mean, I just don't see how if you're going to fire Alex Cora, but then these two guys still have a job. I don't see how that's can happen.
Logical. Yeah.
But what about the Jokic and Jaden McDaniels fiasco at the end? There is an unwritten rule, right? Do you? Yeah. How are you about this? Because the competitive side says, hey, the game is still live, but every NBA vet will say there's an unwritten rule. I mean, it's not like you're stealing when you're up by 10 runs or whatever, right? Or you're bunting, trying to get on. I mean, when there's just seconds left, are you okay with that? If LeBron goes and dunks on the Houston Rockets with under 5 seconds left and no one's playing the ball, are you okay with that?
No, you can't do it. You can't do it. It is Bush League. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it. And kudos to Jokic because he went up and told him you can't do that. But like you said, flip side, don't like it, don't lose.
Yeah, but I think it was already lost. I mean, I think both teams were pretty much the other 9 players were pretty much done. It was just one guy.
But again, you don't like it, you don't lose. If you don't like it, don't lose. As simple as that. It's in the nature of the game.
Do you talk to your player and say, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't do that," or as like a veteran with like Ant, say, "Hey, maybe we don't do that type of thing."
Me personally,
Are you egging that on and saying, "Hey, if you get to score, you get to score"?
I'm not egging it on, but me personally, I'm not going to tell him to not do it until after the next series where I'm like, hey, yo, don't do that shit again. Like, chill out. Don't do that. But for this series, just let him do it. He got under their skin already when he told them they were all shit defenders, right? And now clearly he's fully under their skin, so you might as well just keep it that way.
So, I mean, kudos to Joker though. I mean, it's not like he started a brawl or anything. I mean, he went
Well,
3/4 of the court to go grab him and say, that his shit ain't right. But
yeah,
I mean,
he definitely did start.
Yeah, but I mean, it could have gone way worse, right? So,
yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I had for. I mean, that, and like I said, the two baseball one, and I still absolutely hate this ABS system because it's just, and it's gonna. I'm
You
gonna
hate
talk
it?
about it. I hate it because,
Or you hate
well,
the
I hate the number
quantity.
that you get because
Yeah,
you
I got
only
you.
get two.
I got you.
Because you have to have a catcher to have at least one throughout the whole game, right? Because he's going to know if it's a ball or a strike. But as you know, if you get two hitters that, by the third inning they use up their two, challenges, then everything else catcher wise you're screwed. So
Yeah.
I hate the rule. I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to fix it. And like I've always said, if you're going to keep it, do it one per at bat, or one for the catchers and then two for the offensive guys. And if the catchers lose it, then they lose it. But I mean, they got to be able to challenge. I think like the Dodgers used two within the third inning yesterday, and so they were screwed. So I mean, if catcher's going to know if it's a ball or a strike, right? Usually, because the percentages are pretty good with the catchers calling it,
Yeah.
calling the the
better than with everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just I just don't like it. I mean, because it takes you out of the one. It takes the hitter out of the because as a hitter you're thinking, all right, that thing's a ball, but I can't really challenge it because we only have one challenge left, and it's still early, and I got to save it for probably someone else. But that could mean a 2-0 count versus a 2-1 count or a 1-1 count, so it puts me in the advantage. So I mean, that's what my hatred is that you're taking some advantages out of it for the hitter. You're putting them in some bad spots. So
Yep.
So I would just, unless if it's one per inning, I don't know. I just think that there's got to be more than two. It can't be like NFL and basketball where there's just two. There's just way too much action going on for only being two challenges.
Yep.
So that's my beef. So, but that's all I got. Real quick, did you have a segment on Makes You Wonder?
I don't have. I have it's sports related.
Okay.
I have a sports related, but it's not a conspiracy though. It's more so just like a question. Do you think, based off this series, what is more true? Rudy Gobert being a top defensive player, or should Jokic be receiving more criticism for playing so terribly this series?
The latter. I think Jokic should be getting more criticism.
See, this is where I'm tough. This is where I'm tough,
Rudy,
though.
I mean,
Do we
know
really
Rudy
all hate
Gobert
Rudy that much?
I know he's a big, tall guy, and he's tough. He's won his defensive players of the year. But I mean, good God, if you can't put a body on that guy and just box him out, or if you can't score on him, I mean, I know he's got the reach, but I mean, I don't know. It's not like he's Shaq, where you can't just move him.
Well, apparently you can't just move him.
I don't know.
Well, this is what I was just thinking about. Was like, are we going to criticize Jokic more for playing so terribly? And listen, this should have a legacy impact on him. He's an incredible player, but still. Or do we all hate Rudy so much where we're not going to give him enough credit for playing some pretty damn good defense all series against the best player in the world?
I don't
don't
think anyone
know.
in the NBA is going to say they won because Rudy Gobert was their foundation for that series.
And I don't want it to get
I
twisted.
think they're going to say, you know, the Nuggets just didn't play good basketball.
And that's just
I don't
I
know.
just don't know if that's fair. And I don't want to get twisted. I don't like Rudy at all. I think he's overrated. He's always been overrated. But I'm seeing him play pretty goddamn well this whole series against the best player in the world. And I think I don't know. I'm conflicted. So conspiracy theory, I guess, in a sense, is why does everybody hate Rudy Gobert throughout the NBA?
I don't know. That's more of a Draymond Green question, I guess. I don't know.
I guess so. I just don't know why everybody hates Rudy so much. Because to be fair, what has
Well,
Rudy
because
really
he's
done?
a pain in the ass to everyone, and they got to try to score him, right?
Yeah, I know, but it's like, what really has Rudy done wrong to anyone apart from Draymond? You know, he doesn't really get into any. He has no controversies. There was the COVID issue, right, during the bubble because he didn't want to
Yeah.
do the bubble and all that stuff. But he wasn't the only one that felt like that. So I don't know. Why does the league hate Rudy Gobert so much, man? I just can't
Maybe
figure that out.
we'll put that on a questionnaire. Where do you guys hate? Where are you guys on ranking, or where do you guys think of Rudy? Do you hate or love Rudy?
And like, what about Minnesota? People from Minnesota, do they love Rudy or do they kind of hate him too? I don't know.
No, I think they probably think that it's Ant. Ant's the only guy.
It's all Ant. Everything is because of Ant. Maybe,
yeah.
dude.
I
don't
think
know.
Rudy's just their fifth guy that
They
takes the
have to
tip
deal
off,
with.
and yeah,
Dude,
they need a center, so he's the center. So
it's
I
just
don't
like,
know.
what did Rudy Gobert do? Is kind of my conspiracy, I guess. But in terms of other like actual conspiracy theories, I don't really have any right now. I know there was some big stuff that supposedly happened last night at a certain
Oh
person's
man,
dinner,
I
right?
was gonna say, every time I think about this, it gets political, and we have always said we are not a political channel, but holy shit, I could go some political, especially after last night. People are like, conspiracy theories of it being political is off the roof right now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever party you think it is or whatever, I mean, we've always said, whatever it is, but I mean, just the timing of it, and then just like some stuff and just some actions, and like, you know, was it really just to get the ballroom? Was it, I mean, they show signs of him smirking while everyone's trying to vacate, and it's just like, how does that guy even get in there that close, with all that? I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. There's, and then whatever you think of the president, I mean, his ratings are, in the shitter right now. So does he need something like this to rebound and take off the focus of other things? I don't know. So there's a shit ton that I was thinking about it too. So
Well,
yeah.
that's why I was kind of trying to like veer away from it because they always do get political, right? They're always political, and in light of recent events, it could have very easily gotten political yet again. But so that's why I went with what I said. But that being said, I mean, it is a conversation I had. Maybe like, dude, I don't know. I mean, maybe we do just become a political chat.
Yeah, maybe it is just
Maybe we just have to embrace it. I guess we'll see what the fans want. I can't imagine they want that because I don't really want it, but I don't know either.
I can't either, but maybe we pick up some more people too. So I don't know. So
we'll definitely get certain audience.
We'll have
see
to put that. We'll have to put on that on a poll too. Love or hate Rudy, or political or non-political. Where do you fall? So,
oh man,
I mean, there's a shit ton of political podcasts out there anyway, and conversations. But I mean, when you're talking about conspiracy theories, 9 out of 10, it always leads to some political party, right? Whether it be JFK or Lincoln or whatever. It's just like, it always gets tied to political. So I mean, it's just you can even think of aliens
MLK,
or whatever.
9/11.
Yeah. So I mean, and I got some major questions, but I don't want to bring them up just because we're trying to stay away from the political. But I got some questions. So
I think we all
maybe we do. So
I think we all do. I don't know.
All right, guys, this was a long one. We had a shit ton of sports to talk about. It seemed like this was longer than 2 weeks, but it only been 2 weeks. But yeah, there's just a lot of, I mean, April and May, going into June is,
Wait,
that's the sports, right? That's the
you think about
there's two
after
there's
our
two
last
times a
bet.
year pretty much, right? There's
Yeah,
spring sports and then fall sports where it's just sports, because once you get into like October, November, when NBA starts, hockey starts, football's going, so you
yeah,
still got the World Series going, then so you still got all that. But in the spring you got playoffs, hockey playoffs, NBA, MLB, you got golf going on, you got tennis going on, you got everything going on. So yeah, it's a good time to be a sports fan. So,
okay.
but yeah, we appreciate you guys hanging on this long. So, yeah, we'll put this on a couple questionnaires, one about Rudy and then one about political. So we'll see how that goes.
I just don't know what Rudy did. I'm not trying to defend him. I just don't know what that guy did to the to everyone.
Yeah, but do you put Rudy with what's the guy, JaVale McGee? Do you put him in the same?
Well,
Because everyone hates JaVale McGee too, but I mean,
and I love JaVale, go Pack, but I don't think like.
but I mean, he
I
doesn't
think
have
Rudy
the same
deserves a little more
accolades.
credit. Rudy's an all-star, a 4-time defensive player of the year. I think.
What about Dikembe? Would you put like a Rudy and Dikembe?
See, that's the thing. I would never put Rudy anywhere near Dikembe, and Rudy's got more. Rudy's got more defensive player of the years than Dikembe, but I would never even sort of consider putting Rudy in the same tier as Dikembe.
No, no, no.
I'm telling you,
Just saying.
I don't know, dude. Everybody hates him though. I don't know why.
We'll put on a poll and see how many people hate Rudy. So, all right, guys. Till next time. Peace out.